Hi everyone. I hope that you and yours are having a safe and joyous holiday season. All of us here at the Chattahoochee Valley Libraries are ready to help you for the remainder of 2020 and more importantly, to make 2021 a happy and prosperous new year for you, your friends, and your loved ones. If you're picking up some holiday reading with our curbside book service, or you'd like an audiobook or free streaming movie, or need assistance searching for a new job, we can help. We're your place, we're your partner, we're your library. Happy holidays from the Chattahoochee Valley Libraries. We hope to see you soon.
Hello and welcome to another book talk with me, Miss Lane. I am a librarian at the Columbus Public Library and I've got some books. I got some books for you today. Okay, this one is called The 40 Thieves and this is by Christy Lindsay. And this is a cool take on obviously 1001 Nights. This is about the girl who saves Alibaba. So while it is a retelling, it is told from a younger person's perspective, and she's in the story of 1001 Nights, but it's not the characters you think it is. So this one I'm super excited to get into. I have not read it. This one is marketed 10 to 14, so I do think it's in that middle grade fiction area, and I love a good retelling, so it's on my TBR. If you wanted to level up, I do want to mention that The Wrath and the Dawn is a title that is frequently told to be a retelling story. I would definitely check for content on that one. It is one of my favorite reads, but I do think it's more new adult rather than young adult, so if you stumble across it in your retellings, YA, just be aware that it's amazing, but it's definitely on the higher end of young adult. But a good recommendation for something that is firmly in Y adult, do check for content, is the Cinder series by Marissa Meyer. And this is all the retellings of your favorite stories. They have Cinderella, they have Snow White, they have Little Red Riding Hood, they have everybody you can think of, Rapunzel. But they're all told in a very, very distinct, cool way. Cinder is the first book in the series, and Cinder is like a cyborg, which is like so cool. She's mostly cyborg, and it's her whole story from her beginning to her ending as, you know, Cinderella, the princess. But this is called Cinder. This has been one of my favorite series by far. If we're leveling up into young adult, this is like a sweet spot. I would, again, check for content before you read, but this one is a super fun, quick series. It's on audiobook, and we have the physical copies too, so this one is super cool. And on to the next. Okay, so my next couple books are, how do I say this? Doomsday Prepper books, which, same. This is our middle grade book. It's called The End of the World as I Know It, and it's by Matthew Lanz. This is a book that this main character, Derek, is convinced that the world is going to end for different reasons. For his different traumas, he is prepared for the worst. And the apocalypse does not happen in this book, but he is prepared for the apocalypse. And it's really his surviving it story. It's really his overcoming some of his deep-rooted anxieties. And I think that since we're living in something that is anxiety it's producing a lot of anxiety, this is something that I think we can all relate to, and it was really enjoyable. And I liked the ending. So I think that this one was really cool. If you have read this, which I don't know if you have because it was published in July. It's a very new book. But if you have and you're trying to level up into something a little similar, we do have a YA book that is kind of in that same prepper mindset, which I didn't know there were so many of those around, but apparently there are. So I looked at this one. This is Last Girls, and it's by Demetra Brodsky. And it's a group of girls who are doomsday preppers, and something happens, and they have to solve what happened. It's a mystery. It's a little bit like of a disaster preparedness. They're using all those skills that they've developed and putting it to use. and it has a lot of tension in it, which I think makes a good story. So this is Last Girls, and I've gotten about like halfway through with it. I want to finish it. But this one was super cool because if you have read anything about that kind of disaster preparedness, or if you're hearing a lot of it, especially now, there are good books out there. Who knew? This was a surprise to me. Okay, so this next one is, I'm just recommending the middle grade because I think that it's super cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. This one's a relatively new one. It was published in June, I think. It's called Thieves of Weirdwood by Christian McKay Heidecker. And this one is, I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but it's, I mean, this is wild. This is on my TBR. I want to look into it, but I did want to give it a shout out because it looks really cool. It's about two thieves, and basically it kind of has a vibe of kids on a mission to solve their parents' problems, which sounds not so fun, but they're in a underground gang, and they're thieves, and they're moving up the ranks, and they're trying to pay off all these debts, and they stumble across this manor, and hijinks ensue. And it's very, just like flipping through it, very fast paced. The pages are really pretty and laid out. This one looks like it's going to be a really fun read, so I don't know if you or I are going to finish it first, but it's definitely on my TBR. And Thieves of Weirdwood, it just looks really interesting. So it kind of has like an Oliver Twist meets like Ghostbusters kind of vibe, and I'm into it. So those are my recs for now for our middle grade to YA levels up. And let me know what you are reading, and I hope you can all find these books and enjoy them. See you around.